Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 375. If you are a Plus member, just go to josephclough.com/plus, P-L-U-S, to get all the bonus extensions. So you really get the biggest and the most amazing value from me, and it's all at just $7 per month. And I want to say a big shout out to those who have supported me so far. Right now we have a wonderful number of 7 people, and I thank you ever so much for being a part of the Plus extensions. What that really means is it allows me to help more people. Now, my first goal is to get to 300 people, but we will see as and when that happens. If you're receiving value, maybe you'll go ahead and join me. But today, this is also episode 315 to everyone else who is not a Plus member. Today is a very, 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 very awesome day for me because it is my birthday. It is my 34th birthday. I always have to remember what age I actually am because I try to forget sometimes to trick my body to being a little bit younger than it should be, right? So if I don't think of age, then I don't buy into it. But it is, in fact, my 34th birthday. So I wanted to take time out today to say thank you ever so much for all your messages, your emails. I've had early birthday emails and even a few wonderful Mind Mastery members who have sent me cards in the post. So thank you so much. That really makes my day, knowing that you know me enough to be able to send me a birthday greeting via mail, physical mail, or through an email. So thank you so much. So today I'm reflecting upon some of the things that I've been learning over the years, and I believe that you're going to get a lot of value from this. So as you know, we're well over 300 episodes now, and this is going into like over 6,000 minutes when you total up all the episodes, which is pretty much it's almost 4.5 days of non-stop listening to me. I mean, if you want some Joseph Clough time and you have insomnia and you're just gonna not go to sleep or do anything else for 4.5 days, you could listen to one of my episodes back to back, second by second, and at 4.5 days you would have actually listened to every one of my episodes. Now, if you go into the Plus side, because obviously they're a lot longer episodes, you're probably into 5 days there at least of non-stop listening. And I'm so happy as well because we've had over 7 million downloads. And now what I really want to share with you about that is your ability to make a difference in the world. You see, many people usually think that I've got like a team of people. I've got like marketers, I've got Facebook ad people. I don't even do Facebook ads right now, which is silly. I should be reaching more people with Facebook ads. But ultimately, it's just me and the wonderful Sarah, who is a part-time. She's my assistant part-time. She has her day job as well. Yet, how does someone who dropped out of college, I didn't complete college. I only got 6 C's at GCSE, which I think that pretty much means like the end of high school, or like graduating high school with just 6 C's and the rest were D's, E's, and F's. How does someone like that, who had crazy amount of issues, like the anxiety, the worries, the blushing, the constant fear as a kid, how does someone overcome all that and then be able to reach that amount of downloads? I mean, that even excludes the YouTube, which is over 1 million as well. How does someone have the ability to do that when they were told they weren't going to get anywhere? They had issues. And I'm not saying this as a way of like boasting. I'm hopefully going to inspire you that, look, if you want something enough, then anyone can do it. Because I had all of the issues. Maybe not as big as yours, but to me, they were crazy big. Like the constant fear of going to school, the blushing in front of people I didn't know, of like more than 1 or 2 people, even one person. I would blush and become self-conscious and not be able to speak very fluidly whatsoever. To someone who was like that and then is able to be able to speak up on stage in front of 500 people, someone who's been able to reach 218 countries. And it's not magic, right? I always say this. I fell into this. I fell into it because my life became such a living hell that something had to change. But my dad pulled me aside and said, look, Joseph, you are unhappy. You're in a job you absolutely hate. You're not looking good. You're not feeling good. You need to make a change. And that was my wake-up call. I was like, wow, if my dad, the person who is my biggest supporter, is telling me that, something's got to change. So I went on a mission to find out what I had to do to be able to change my own life. It wasn't about other people. Podcasting didn't even exist back then. I've been podcasting for like 7 years now. And before that, I was a therapist for another, what would that be? That's another 8 years before I even started podcasting. So I was just really trying to figure out my own personal truth, like trying to find a connection with myself. How could I release these issues? Who then decided that he wanted to be able to change the world? Like, that was my big mission and vision. Who knows if it's ever going to happen, right? But you know what? I want to be able to make a dent in this world with happiness. I want to dent the world with happiness and emotional freedom and help as many people as I possibly can with the time that I have left on this earth. It reminds you of like the movie Gladiator quote. I can't remember who actually really said it, but it's like, what you do now is going to echo in eternity. I know it's something like that anyway, but you know what I mean? I want to make a difference. I want to be able to make an impact in the world and really help people. And what I realize, if you maybe have a mission or a vision as to where you want to be in the world, where you want to make an impact in your life, it doesn't have to be on the global level. I mean, let's put it this way. The happiest version of you is going to make a change in this world. The happiest person that you can possibly be is going to make a change in the world. It is impossible for you not to make a change, because if you are happy, other people have permission to do the same. They see an example of transformation. Marianne Williams said that quote, that you give permission to do the same. When you make that change, you're giving people permission to do the same. Rather being just a product of life, you allow life to be a product of what you choose to create, and the subsequential effect of that is that people unconsciously and consciously see someone shining, and it gives them the evidence that they can do the same thing. So never shy away from transformation. Never shy away from fear. You see, fear is there. It always will be there. But you know the quickest way to let go of fear is to do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. I can't remember the author of that one, but it's Suzanne someone, the wonderful book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. You got to think, like, I could keep my fear that I presently feel, like the worries, the doubts, the anxieties, the depression, the fears and the phobias, like that niggling darkness on the inside. I can keep that for the rest of my life, miss out of opportunities, or today I can choose something different. I can choose what is right. Now, what is right? What is right, my friend, is you to shine to a whole new level. I fully believe in you that you can make any change, and I say that from my own experience on a personal level, who had issues, overcame them, and made a dent in this world to a degree, and I'm going even bigger than that. Each and every day, that is what I'm striving for. I've worked with people who have experienced probably the exact same issues as you, and they have transformed their life as well. If you look out in the world, there are countless of examples of someone who's been in the exact same situation as you. There must be, right? The odds are they might have found it in a different way, it may have been created from a different event, but they may be experiencing the same type of issues that you may be experiencing. If they've overcome it, what does that mean? It means you can too. There is a possibility, and if there's a possibility, it's up to who to make that change. It's up to you. And that's a good thing, right? Because it means you are the dictator of your future. You are the dictator of your happiness. You don't have to have reasons or excuses to carry on this way. You can go, you know what, Joseph? I'm going to take responsibility for who I am and where I'm heading. I am refusing to buy into society's expectations. I'm refusing to buy into what people think of me. Do you know what? I'm refusing to buy into what I've been telling myself, the same old stories that nothing will ever change when I'm broken. Instead, I'm going to choose something different. I'm going to choose, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but do you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get myself to where I want to be. Now, the first step is to assume that responsibility. We must assume responsibility for where we are right now. I'm not placing blame on other people. Yeah, people have done mean things to us. It's happened to us all to bigger and smaller degrees. But if we keep on blaming other people, other situations, other circumstances, it just means we stay the same. It doesn't mean we're going to let people off the hook. But do you know what? I really believe when you assume responsibility for this present moment, for this right now and each subsequent moment, it means you have the power to change the course of your direction. You can begin to train up your conscious mind and your unconscious mind to work in your favor. To get your unconscious mind to work for you. But it has to come from you. You need to set the right signals up to your unconscious mind. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. Many people focus on everything they don't want, right? Because you don't want it. It makes sense. And that is why we get anxious, we get fearful, we get in that scarcity mindset because we do not want more pain. We do not want more physical pain. We don't want more emotional pain. We do not want that internal conflict, that battle. But the nature of doing so causes you to look for more. Why? Because it's in the forefront of your mind. And the way the mind is wired up, it looks for more of what you're thinking of. And if you're focusing on what you don't want, guess what? You're getting more of it. Wherever it actually happens is one thing, but it's not the happiest and most profound way of being, is it? You want to be able to be focusing and putting your attention where it needs to be. You see, when I decided to move my thoughts and my thinking and my focus away from scarcity, away from the doubt, away from the things that I do not want, and then I began to choose to focus on what I wanted. Now, what did I want? I wanted peace. I wanted emotional freedom. I wanted confidence. I wanted that ease in my life. So I put my attention there. Where attention goes, the energy flows. You'll look for more of what you're thinking right now at an unconscious level. I always say it's like the satellite navigation system. What do you do first? You put in your destination. You don't put in all the destinations you don't want to go to because the wonderful sat-nav will find all those destinations to go to. You just focus on the destination. Even forget about the how. You know, many people, there's, like I said, a summary of lots of thoughts as they come to me right now. But many people try to think of the issue and how they're going to get there. I really believe a lot of the time the how does not matter. The how will find itself once you decide to focus on what you want. It's almost like your brain will be the sat-nav, but you just got to put in the right directions, the right thoughts. And speaking of that, how well do you treat yourself, my friend? Do you treat yourself like a best friend? Do you treat yourself like you do your best friend? The chances are you do not. You might have been neglecting yourself for a long period of time, belittling yourself, saying that constant self-talk, whether you're in control of it or not. But that's one thing that has to change. You've got to be your best supporter. You've got to... I read this quote just the other day. I'm always like looking out and learning and reading and all these things. And there was this wonderful quote. And it pretty much said that you need to be who that younger you needed. Like the younger you need to be that person of who that younger you needed, right? So if you were like really stressed out as a kid, or you were like really anxious, you need to be the person who would help that younger you. You need to be like the team. Like if you think of whatever your name is, right? So let's just say Joseph. That's my name. It's got to be like a team Joseph or team your name. You got to go, look, do you know what? I'm going to shower my unconscious mind with love. I'm going to shower it and radiate the support that it needed. Just like the younger me needed, I'm going to be that supporter. And on a metaphorical level, it is actually very therapeutic. I don't know if the person who came up with the quote of be who you needed when you were younger, or be the person who you needed when you were younger. I don't know if they meant this, but it's very, very good on a therapeutic level, because most of the time our unconscious mind is trapped at the very nature or the very time of when the issue was created. And that's why lots of people go into like the inner child work. Now, regardless on your thoughts on inner child work, I want you to think about it like this. You're fine in life one day, and then one day, in one moment, your life changes. You go through a significant emotional event, some form of trauma, and every day since then, the issues got worse gradually over time, or it was just one big impact event that caused you to be this way. So it's almost like you had the perfect record playing, and then something happened and a scratch got on that record. And ever since then, that record is playing with that scratch over and over again. You're growing up, you're getting wiser, you're becoming more knowledgeable, yet your unconscious mind is just stuck at that moment of that significant emotional event. And it made the best decisions it possibly could, right? Because you were under stress. Who makes great decisions under stress? I'm sure you can probably be stressed one day and then you look back the next day and go, oh my goodness, Joseph, I cannot believe I said that. I cannot believe I did that. I'm so embarrassed. But there's good reason, right? You were under stress. You never make good decisions under stress. And if you think about it on an unconscious level, when the decision was made, you were under great amount of stress. You did not have the knowledge and wisdom. The chances are you were probably maybe quite young at the time. You definitely didn't have the knowledge and wisdom that you have now as an adult. So if you think about it, as you were getting older and growing in age, it's almost like a part of you did not. It got stuck. Repeating the same patterns, repeating the same issues over and over again, and it caused you this amount of pain. That's what happened to me. I kept on reliving the same old story while I was still getting older. I was reliving the same patterns at an unconscious level, and that is why we need to be the bigger supporter for that younger self. So on a metaphorical level, that quote makes sense. On a therapeutic level, it's almost like you are showering the younger you with all the love, all the support that you needed back then. You're giving it all the joy and all the love. You're radiating it and you're giving it to that unconscious part of you. Treat yourself like you would a best friend. Declare to yourself that you're no longer going to be the berater of your life. Do you know, we have enough stress from other people. We have enough stress from society for you to actually be throwing more pressure on yourself. Become the team. Like I said, become Team Joseph. Like, fill in the name for your name though, right? You don't want to be a Team Joseph if, well, I'd like to welcome your team as well. That'd be great, wouldn't it? But you want to become a team, your name. So you're working together as one wholeness, and you're going to give the love to your unconscious mind because no one else will. Because even if someone does, you're not going to accept it. Someone can say that you're worthy and good enough to your face. I try to say that to you as much as I possibly can on each and every episode. Doesn't mean you're going to listen to it. Doesn't mean you're going to accept it as truth, right? Why? Because you have to make that decision to be the team, to be the person who's going to show the love in yourself. No one can bring that out of you. You have to do it. So shine a light on it. You can do that by thinking of each and every one of your qualities. You are profoundly blessed with many qualities in your life. Many. You might not believe it, but get a pen and paper and start writing down your qualities as a friend, as a partner, in your job, as if you have a pet, how you have all those qualities. What would your dog or cat say about your qualities? You write all those down and you can go, look, I am actually pretty good as a person. Why should I berate myself any longer? I'm going to become the team that is going to cause the transformation. You see, if you have that mission and vision to just be the best possible version of you, you're going to make ripples out into the world. You just have to assume that responsibility and pen yourself with love. Pen yourself in with all that joy. It might not feel like it at first. You might feel like you're pretending. You might feel as if you're a fraud. But do you know what? Just do it anyway. Because the biggest way of being a fraud is eventually continuing not as yourself. So you might as well go all in and declare to yourself, whatever happens, I'm going to learn from each and every subsequent experience. Because the learning is where the growth is. Staying the same, remaining the same, there's no growth in that. Repeating the same stories, there's no growth in that. Whereas the growth is in learning. Even if things do not work out exactly the way you wanted, you can learn and grow from it. You can become flexible in your behavior and go, do you know what? This may not work, but you know what? I'm going to learn from this, and then I'm going to use those learnings to get better the next time. Didn't work out this way, this time, the way I wanted it. So what? I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to realize that what I'm doing right now is a strategy that has gone a little bit haywire. You see, that's the other thing, right? We can get so immersed in the emotions, and I don't want to paint it so simply, but I will, because I want you to realize, despite the horrible feelings that you might be experiencing, if we were together break this down step by step, it's a series of strategies that you're running at a conscious and unconscious level. A belief system, a feeling, a behavior. Each and every one of those is just an internal strategy. And the more you uncover about your strategy and get to that root cause, and then begin to treat yourself to what you really need, to give your mind the direction to where it needs to be, the love, the gratitude, the inner joy, the beingness, the happiness. I want you to realize and hopefully have an epiphany. You, my friend, are beautiful. You are amazing. Your system is amazing. It might not be how you want it right now, but your system is so adaptive. It can change. It can rewire itself. It can grow. It can get better. It can learn. It can adapt. And that's just one aspect. You see, I believe that you only want what is good, right? What a great quality. I believe the finer, deeper part of us is pure love. That you are love. That you are peace. That you are contentment. That you are happiness. That you are beingness. That you are oneness. I want you to uncover that deeper love for yourself. Because that's what I want for you. Because you deserve that. You are it. It might be covered up with other things right now, the symptoms or the issues, the conflicts. But at least realize the deeper core of you is love. happiness, beingness. And even if you don't believe that, at least know that is your potentiality. That right now you're just doing a certain set of strategies and behaviors which are producing a certain set of results. Change your strategy, change the behavior, change the inner workings of the brain at a conscious, unconscious level. You change the results that you get. You change. Everything is changing in every given moment. You can change. You can become magnificent. You can be your greatest supporter. You can be the awakener to what is possible. And you can give people permission to do the same. That can be your crazy big dent in this world, especially in this time right now. We need you to show up. We need you to step up and realize that you are profound in who you are. That you are capable in making changes not in just your life, but by doing so, changing in everyone you see, everyone you interact with. You have the opportunity to change their life, whether you do it consciously or unconsciously, by being the best version of you. But we need you to do this. Because when you do, then every other listener does. When I do too, we're putting more good energy into this world. And I don't care what your thoughts are in terms of like whether you believe it to be true or not true, but we know in science how mass movements occur. It's when a group of people go by a mission and vision. Even if it's self-orientated in that wonderful, selfish way of you just improving yourself to be the best version of you. If we all do that, by the end of today, this episode will be downloaded 500 times. That's the usual way it works. Then by the end of the next day, we'll be at 700 to 1,000 downloads. So 1,000 people will probably download this episode in the next 48 hours. Now, if we all make a declaration together, just that 1,000 people, that will make a movement. Because 1,000 people can affect 3 people each. Which is what? 3,000 people extra have changed. Because there's 1,000 of us and then each one does 3 people. That's crazy cool. If my mathematics is right, it's my birthday. Let me off. It's okay. But you know what I mean? If we start to put our minds together, even at a distance, we are making movements. Even you making a change today by refusing to live the same way, getting the same old results, and you choosing to empower yourself to make a difference. You and someone in your life may change. That person will pass that on. You will pass on to at least more than one person just in you being happier. You have the ability, we have the ability, as a team, consciously and unconsciously, on a group level, to be the best possible version of us to transform so many in this world who need it. There are too many people living in darkness, too many people living in fear, living in conflict, and together we can make a change in the world. And we must declare that something must change. And it all starts with us. I do these podcasts for fun, but the fun is in the end goal of knowing that we together as a group can transform the world. It doesn't take many people to change the world. Not in the beginning anyway. It can take one person. And through that one person we get 5, and then before we know it, we've got tens of thousands of people making changes. Think about all the people who have made changes. Even if I take Martin Luther King, yeah, it was one person, but he had a movement who believed in that mission and vision, and that created change. It wasn't just him, it was a mass movement. And we together can create this mass movement and transformation. We can shine the light on the illusionary darkness. We can shine a light on our highest qualities and focus on what is good in our world right now. We can share those with other people. We can be the change we want to see in the world. We can be the change we want to see in others. We owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to so many, like our future, our children. I don't even have children, but do you know what? I want to be a good example for every young person listening to this. I know there's many young people out there right now because you guys email me at 14, 15 years old and you're getting value. I want to be an example for the next generations coming. I don't know how long I have, right? But do you know what? While I'm here, I want to make a big change in this world. And together we can do this as a team. You have all the abilities, the capacities and capabilities to do this. It starts with you and I. Realize your power. Don't give it away to the past. Don't give it away to the person who did you wrong. Don't give your power away to other people. Refuse it. Put all your energy into this now. This one moment of being more than you ever have. Deciding something different because it is right. Realizing your power and taking massive and inspired action on it. You have the ability to do what you desire. You can instigate that transformation. You have everything you need. You have all the tools. You just got to get them in order. Put your attention on the destination. Feel it and radiate it. Make it your mission to feel that throughout the day. Right now, think of a feeling that you would like to experience more consistently. Maybe it's love, maybe it's happiness, maybe it's abundance, maybe it's peace. Choose one feeling right now. Write it down, put it on your phone, write it on your arm. But choose one and make it your mission. Today, when you wake up tomorrow, as you go to sleep the next night, to feel more of that. Play music which is aligned to that one feeling. Watch movies which are aligned to that feeling. Surround yourself with people who give you that feeling. Make it your mission, your focus, to focus on that feeling more than ever before. And your unconscious mind will seek out more ways of getting there and supporting you each and every day. You are so profoundly great. And I hope you believe me. I hope you hear it in my words, in my tone. But I feel as if you have so much potentiality that we do not have to give in or give up anymore. We can get the strategy, get the help we need, and make the change not just for others, but for so many people who need it right now. When there's so much darkness in the world, we should be showing and showing up more light than ever before. Be the example. Be who you needed to be when you were younger. Be your best friend. Be your greatest supporter. Just always know that I believe in you, that I support you. So I hope you enjoyed today's Power Talk. I wish you the most wonderful day in every way. Just focus on that one feeling. And now I'm going to get back to my birthday and relax a little bit. Obviously post this first, but then relax a little bit. And once again, if you want the plus extensions, if you want to join me on the mission of transforming the world to those who need it, while simultaneously getting all the extensions, the Create Your Days, the extra hypnosis, all the bonus extensions, and the giveaways, for just $7. Go to josephclough.com/plus, PLUS. Speak to you soon, my friend. Many thanks and goodbye.